Alright, live on YouTube. Where'd the Rumble thing go? Start streaming. Hello, good evening. Welcome to This Day in History, AKTDH. This show is about interesting and important events that occurred on this calendar day in years past. Like, I am Aoxander.
Golden Loon.
Yep. And you, of course, viewer, are you. Thank you so much for watching and coming in. Today is Sunday, aka Sunday, January 11th, 2026. So let's get into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in the year 532, Nika riots in Constantinople. A quarrel between supporters of different chariot teams, the Blues and the Greens, and the Hippodrome escalated into violence. Now, like, I've been thinking about this since we spoke about this, I believe it was yesterday, the Nika riots and all that stuff, and I think I told you about how it ended with, 30,000 protesters wrangled.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
You know, they use military units to just go in and just slaughter them all. You know.
Yeah.
So now I remember some of the semantics about this. So like I said here, the Blues and the Greens. I don't remember which color was which, but one of them was for more aristocratic. You know, like the higher, higher up in wealth people and all that stuff. And the other was like this is just how things happen. Like I'm not sure if that was the team's MO, if that's who they wanted to showcase them supporting, or if that's just, you're a poor person, you're going to support this team. Like, you live in LA, you're going to support the Lakers. Yeah. We have two basketball teams, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The Clippers.
Yeah. And we also have two hockey teams, or we did. The Kings.
The Anaheim,
The Angels,
Ducks and
not
the
the Angels,
Kings.
the Ducks, and the Kings.
LA Kings, Anaheim Ducks.
Weren't the Kings traded or something? Didn't they move?
Kings are still here.
Okay. Were they going to move or something?
I don't think so.
Anyway.
There's also the Sacramento Kings in basketball.
But anyway, that's the whole Nika thing. It was a class war thing, personified in sports.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 630, conquest of Mecca. Prophet Muhammad set out with an army of 10,000 to capture Mecca, because nothing says religion of peace and attacking and killing people. It says here they conquered the city and the Quraysh Association of Clans surrendered. Now we have an issue here. This is says set out with an army, and this says this is when he conquered the city. You can't set out and conquer the same day.
No.
Unless you're saying that that's when he broke the siege and just went in. I don't know. 930, sack of Mecca by the Quarmatans. Quarmatians?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. So Mecca again.
Yeah.
One after another. 947, Emperor Taizong of the Khitan-led Liao dynasty invaded the later Jin, resulting in the destruction of the latter, the later Jin. Removed from primary source. Moving on up to the 1378, earliest record in Durham, England, of Plough Monday, the first Monday after the Feast of Epiphany, January 6, when agricultural work could restart. Okay, so this is when they started the whole Plough Monday thing, and here we go. And this was a picture of obviously after the whole riots really started, there's fires and everything going on in the city. I gotta remember the whole picture thing. 1569, the first recorded lottery in England was drawn at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The first prize was £5,000, and other prizes included silver plate, tapestries, and fine linen cloth. 1599. Wait, what is this? Why would they have this picture? That's weird. It's that Sydney. The Sydney Opera House with that bridge.
Yeah.
And they have that in the article for what I just read.
I think they've screwed up.
Yes. That threw me for a loop there. 1599, Jacob van Nek's fleet left Bantam, Java, in modern-day Indonesia, with 1 million pounds of pepper and cloves and a further half of a ship full of nutmeg, mace, and cinnamon. All right. I find that interesting because, that's 1599, and that's basically just like a shipping manifest.
Sure.
But, that's survived since 1599. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Good point.
I mean, if we dug up a clay tablet from, 10,000 years ago that said like a shopping list, which has been found, So 1693, most powerful earthquake in Italian recorded history, struck Sicily and southern Italy with an estimated magnitude of 7.4. Tsunamis followed and devastated coastal villages on the Ionian Sea and the Straits of Messina. That is a pretty big earthquake right there. 1753, Ferdinand VI of Spain and Pope Benedict XIV signed Concord. Spain recovered the right to appoint bishops and tax the clergy. 1759, first American life insurance company was incorporated in Philadelphia. Gee, thanks. And from the other source here, the first American life insurance company, the Corporation for Relief of Poor and Distressed Presbyterian Ministers and of the Poor and Distressed Widows and Children of the Presbyterian Ministers. Is that one hell of a name? Now part of Unum Group, was incorporated in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So you telling me we had a life insurance company?
Yeah.
Before became a country?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Of course. 1765, Frisia banned Voltaire's book Traité sur la tolérance, Treatise on Tolerance, in which he called for religious toleration and targeted religious fanaticism, and especially that of the Jesuits. That doesn't sound good. You're going to say something?
No, I just kind of taken back by that a little bit.
Yeah. 1774, French astronomer Charles Messier added M51, a spiral galaxy in Cain's Venacity, to his catalog. I assume that's some kind of constellation or not.
That's what I'm
a cluster
guessing,
or something.
I'd like a little more definition, but yeah.
1775, actually, you want me to look that up?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm just confused with it, but it's got to be a galaxy or something out there. A square or something of the galaxy.
Well, M51 is a spiral galaxy, but Cain's Venacity is in which it resides. I can look that up here really quick just to see what that is. Oh, it just said constellation, yeah. Okay. Constellation in the northern celestial hemisphere. So somewhere in there is that galaxy we just spoke about. 1775, Francis Salvador became the first Jew elected to office in America, SC, South Carolina. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. 1787, Titania and Oberon, moons of Uranus, were discovered by William Herschel. Cool. 1790.
William.
Yeah. 1790, St. Sicilian and Valjean unite as Belgium. Happy birthday, Belgium.
Ah.
Yeah. 4 years later, U.S. Marshal Robert Foch was killed in Augusta, Georgia, trying to serve court papers. The first U.S. Marshal to die carrying out his duties.
Yikes. Doesn't say how. Was he murdered or?
I don't have Samuel Morse. Why did I click that? That was 1794. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. U.S. Marshal Robert Foch. Let's look him up here really quick. Marshal Robert Foch, Marshal Service, yada yada. Scotland, teenager. Okay. Revolutionary year. War in January. Yeah, here 1794. Accompanied two of his deputies went to the house of Protestant brothers in second room. Pistol. Okay, so there's a gunfight. The ball hit Foy's in the head, killing him instantly.
Okay.
So he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
All right. So he was trying
he
to
get shot. He was murdered.
Well, he was trying to serve court papers.
Yeah.
So I guess
they shot him.
Yeah.
It's called murder.
Yep. 1820. The Great Savannah Fire of 1820 destroyed over 40 buildings in Savannah, Georgia.
Ooh.
Yeah. And don't forget, Tartaria, mudflood, reset, rewriting history, all that jazz. Not saying it's true or not, just saying, look it up. 1838, first public demonstration of telegraph messages sent using dots and dashes at Speedwell Ironworks in Morristown, New Jersey, by Samuel Morse and Alfred Vail. Didn't we talk about that a couple days ago or a week or so ago? About them demonstrating something using dots and dash, the predecessor to Morse code.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what it was that you're talking about. And I can't remember, but yeah, there was something.
Well, we also did talk about CQD, the predecessor to SOS, as a distress signal.
Yeah.
But I could have sworn. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm having a Mandela effect. 1839, earthquake at Martinique destroyed half of Port Royal. 700 died.
Whoa.
1861, Alabama seceded from the Union during the U.S. Civil War.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? 1873, first livestock market newspaper published, Drover's Journal in Chicago. All right. Oh, this is the earthquake.
Oh.
In Italy, that we spoke about.
Drawing of it.
Yeah. Oh, you can see all the castles and everything. Just
everybody dead.
look at all that. It looks like the whole earth opened up right there. You have a whole thing falling into the water or something. That's incredible. Looks like there's a volcano going or something. Look at that. There's
That's what that looks like. Yeah.
a whole chasm.
Yeah. Well, that's what a volcano will do when it blows the side of it out, and everything spews out.
Yeah. What else do we got here? 1873, first livestock market newspaper was published, Drover's Journal, Chicago. Got that one. 1890, the British ultimatum was delivered to the Kingdom of Portugal, later forcing Carlos I of Portugal to relinquish Portugal's territorial ambitions in Central Africa, known as the Pink Map. How many times are we going to say Portugal? And this is this is what they wanted. Yeah. What else do we got here? 1892, Hawaiian Historical Society was founded. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I screwed up and closed out the wrong. Wait, no, oh, whoops. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, I didn't screw up. 1894, Dongheng Pheasant Rebellion began in Mujing, Korea over local corruption, sparking the First Sino-Japanese War. That escalated. 1897, Martha Hughes Cannon took office as the first woman state senator in the U.S. in Utah after defeating her own husband. That must have been a...
So that's a state, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
State legislature.
Yeah, a state senator in the U.S. for Utah, defeating her own husband.
Oh! State senator in the U.S. So it's the United States Senate. She's a United States senator. Okay.
Yes. 1908, Grand Canyon National Monument was created. And this is kind of a small picture, but I thought this was really cool.
Yeah.
I wish there was a bigger version of this. So, back to his corner. This corner is so annoying. What else do we got here? 1912, Bread and Roses strike began in Lawrence, Massachusetts, following a pay cut. It went on strike when wages were reduced in response to a mandated shortening of the work week. Huh. Well, then I guess you should have fought for your longer hours. I don't know. 1914, the Karluk, flagship of the Canadian Arctic expedition, sunk after being crushed by ice. Yikes.
Not good.
Yeah. 1922, insulin was first used on humans when Frederick Banting injected 14-year-old Canadian Leonard Thompson to treat his diabetes.
Oh.
Dang. 1923, French and Belgian troops occupied Rouen to collect reparations. And we have the occupation of the Ruhr. Troops from France and Belgium occupied the Ruhr area to force Germany to make its World War I reparation payments. And do I have any?
They got hammered big time. Well,
dude, they got screwed so bad. It wasn't nice.
Yeah.
You know, it almost seems as if they wanted Hitler to take power. It was weird. Or at least he took the hell advantage out of that situation.
Yeah.
1924, a republic is proclaimed in Greece. King George II was deposed, and Eleftherios Venizelos was named Prime Minister of the Greek National Assembly. Okay. 1927, yeah. Well, they were the birthplace of democracy. If there's any place on earth that should never have a king, it is Greece.
Yeah.
1927, Louis P. Mayer, head of film studio MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, announced the creation of the Academy Motion Picture of Arts and Science.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. And at a banquet in Los Angeles, California. All right. 1935, Amelia Earhart flew from Honolulu to Oakland, California, becoming the first person to do so solo. And I love how it says, that was 1935, non-stop, of course. Well...
It's just an island somewhere.
Yeah. Well, 1935, they did have pontoon planes. They did have seaplanes. They did. We spoke about a boat plane in 1911 or something yesterday. Yeah. But she didn't appear to be piloting that. Actually, I looked this up, and this appears to be the photo of her with a plane of that specific flight.
Oh, you think?
Well, I looked this. I'll just show you what I found. So I'll look this up right now. I looked up the article, Image search. And right here, Amelia Earhart's 1935 flight.
Oh, yeah, okay.
First to fly from Hawaii to California.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so,
There it is.
Yep. Yeah, don't take my word for it.
It's kind of cool they have a picture of it.
Yeah. 1942, Japan conquers Kuala Lumpur, Malaya. Japanese forces captured Kuala Lumpur, the capital of the Federated Malaya States.
They captured a lot of islands.
Oh, yeah. Well, we also have 1943, U.S. and Britain relinquish extraterrestrial rights in China. So I guess that was like Hong Kong or something. Didn't the British Empire own that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And 1943 as well, the Republic of China agreed to the Sino-British New Equal Treaty and the Sino-American New Equal Treaty, whatever those are. So, 1944, a Krakow Plowslow concentration camp was established. Yep. We sometimes we have to throw in some awful stuff just to remind history isn't always dancing in prairies. So. 1946, Enver Hoxha declared People's Republic of Albania with himself dictator. Yeah, the Secretary General of the Communist Party of Albania declared the People's Republic of Albania with himself as head of state. 1949, the first network television broadcast took place as KDKA-TV in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, went on air connecting to East Coast and Midwest programming. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And here we go, this guy. J. Edgar Hoover, 1953, declined a six-figure offer to become president of the International Boxing Club. That's
weird.
Yeah. In 1957, the African Convention was founded in Dakar, Senegal. All right. 1959, Pakistani cricket batsman Hanif Mohammed smashed a first-class record or world record of 499 for Karachi versus Bahawalpur.
Yeah. Cricket.
1960, Lamar Clark set pro boxing record of 44 consecutive knockouts.
Why don't I know that name?
Lamar Clark?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
A
That
boxer.
was 1960 right here. Well, they don't have a picture of him here, so we shall look him up ourselves. Lamar Clark. Okay, that obviously is not him. 1960. There we go.
Yeah.
Does he look familiar at all? Or?
No. Must be a little bit before my time of awareness.
1960.
1960 or 59?
1960.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you would have been
14.
Yeah. No.
Not quite.
Yeah. 1962, a landslide / avalanche at dormant volcano Huascaran in Peru killed an estimated 4,000 people.
Yikes.
Yee. 1962 as well, during the Cold War, while tied to its pier in Polyari, the Soviet submarine B-37 was destroyed when a fire broke out in its torpedo compartment. That ain't good. 1964, first government report by U.S. Surgeon General Luther Terry warning that smoking may be hazardous. So, Dr. Luther Terry, MD, published a landmark report, Smoking and Health, report of the Advisory Committee to the Surgeon General of the United States, saying that smoking may be hazardous to health, sparking national and worldwide anti-smoking efforts. And
eventually, they changed it to smoking is hazardous to your health.
Absolutely. So, 1964, Panama ended diplomatic relations with the U.S. We spoke of that a little bit yesterday, and the day before is, when I actually talked about the incident. 1964 as well, the Beatles single, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, reached number 80 in the U.S. Cashbox.
I don't know what 80 means.
Number 80. No, number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
So
only 80?
It reached,
it became
well, that's in
number
the
1.
U.S.
Yeah.
There was a British song, though. It must have hit number 1 in British charts.
It must have hit number 1 here. I mean, the thing was huge. It couldn't have been anything bigger than that.
Well,
so I wonder what 80 in the Cashbox means.
Maybe Cashbox.
Maybe it's just the first week it was on or something.
I don't know. If anybody can let us know any more about that in the comments section to let the loon, finalize what he's trying to figure out. Because, it was big, but, that doesn't necessarily mean it was number 1.
Well, it was way more than, I would venture a guess.
Well, maybe this is just some other
absolutely
list.
Now, I don't know what the Cashbox is, but it hit number 1 in the U.S., trust me.
So maybe this is just some other list.
Yeah.
1967, San Diego was granted an NBA franchise to be called the Rockets, Franchise moved to Houston for the 71-72 season. Ain't that a bitch?
Oh, I didn't know. I don't remember that in the history.
Dude, like, ain't that a bitch? Like, he's like, okay, yeah, we'll have a team. Okay, bye. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Like,
And then they ended up getting the Clippers, San Diego Clippers,
oh, okay.
which is now the LA Clippers. So they left San Diego again.
Oh, poor San Diego. Just getting hammered.
I did not know the Rockets came from San Diego.
Yeah, now you do.
Yeah.
1969 as well.
Hold on, just go back. Was that the ABA?
NBA.
So it was the NBA.
San
Okay.
Diego granted NBA franchise.
Okay. Yep. Good.
69, Hooked on a Feeling by B.J. Thomas peaked at number 5. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 1972, East Pakistan renamed itself Bangladesh.
Oh.
Don't know why I had a skip there. 1973, American League adopted designated hitter rule.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball owners voted in approval of the American League adopting the designated hitter position. While that was happening, famous Australian cricket victory at the SCG. Pakistan chasing 158 is all out for 106. Okay. What's the famous phrase?
I give up what?
Cricket.
No.
Yeah. 1977, France released Abu Daoud, a Palestinian suspected of involvement in the massacre of Israeli athletes in the 1972 Munich Olympics. That was disgusting. 1981, British team led by Ranu Fiennes completed longest and fastest crossing of Antarctica, reaching Scott Base after 75 days. It was 2,500 miles. That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know, over all that ice
Yeah.
and nothing out there.
Yep.
1983, Edmonton's Pat Hughes set NHL record for the fastest 2 shorthand goals by one player at just 25 seconds apart in a 7-5 win at St. Louis. The first player to break a Wayne Gretzky record. Dang. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
1984, Denver Nuggets 163, San Antonio Spurs 155. Highest scoring NBA game. Does that record still stand to your knowledge? Or?
I don't know, but it sure could.
Okay. 1985, CDC MMWR published guidelines for screening U.S. blood supply for AIDS antibodies with ELISA tests that would be available later that year. All right. Getting some, some health in here. 1986, Douglas Wilder of Virginia, the first black state lieutenant governor since Reconstruction, sworn in. All right.
Yeah.
You know, that took a while.
Yeah.
Over 100 years. Because it was, 1861 through 1865, and this is 1986. So that's roughly 120 years.
Well, Reconstruction was after the...
yeah, so still 1865.
Yeah, it would be 100 years. Yeah.
110, 115 years.
Yeah, whenever the last one was.
Yeah. 1986, the Gateway Bridge, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, was officially opened. That's this bridge. I mistook that for the bridge in Sydney that I spoke about earlier. I was just like, but it's just some whatever bridge, but still, it looks pretty cool. So. What else do we got here in 1988? USSR announced it will participate in Seoul Summer Olympics. And 1 year later, 140 nations agreed to ban chemical weapons like poison gas and, like Agent Orange and all that stuff. Which Agent Orange is just Roundup, literally. Monsanto made that. 1989, Denver Nuggets rookie Jerome Lane missed 7 free throws in a game against Milwaukee. 1 missed by 2 feet. Okay, Shaquille. Damn, not even
10 feet behind the line and you missed by 2. That's not good.
Dude, like, I think I can do better than that. and I'm as white as they get. 1989, kindergarten student caught with loaded handgun at Bronx school.
Jeez.
Yee. Kindergarten.
Good.
1992, 200,000 demand return of Lithuania's independence. I agree. So make that 200,001. Will you make that a 200,002?
Sure.
All right, I'll sign the petition. 1990, Bob Knight became college basketball's Big Ten winningest coach with his 229th victory.
Yeah, Bobby Knight.
Yep. Until 1991, Congress empowered Bush to order attack in Iraq. 1991, as well, Soviets stormed buildings in Vilnius to block Lithuania independence. Ooh. Were we just talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so... Well,
I said no.
Well, the world said there is no USSR. That's what we think about that. 1994, Irish government announced the end of a 20-year broadcasting ban on the IRA. So, the Irish government announced the end of a 15-year broadcasting ban on the IRA and its political arm, Sinn Féin. Okay, so which one is it? 2015?
I don't know.
Yeah, we have a discrepancy here. And also, you know, like, just free Ireland.
One didn't count leap years.
1995, Birmingham Barracudas, based in Alabama, was granted a CFL franchise. Experiment only lasted one season. Okay, well, they tried. 1996, Haiti became a member of the Berne Convention Copyright Treaty. That's pretty cool.
I don't even know what that is.
I'll look it up here really quick. It's really interesting. And there's several copyright treaties. There's one involving South America and everything. The Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works, usually known as the Berne Convention, was an international assembly held in 1886 in the Swiss city of Bern by 10 European countries, with the goal of agreeing on a set of legal principles for the protection of original work.
Okay, good.
It's like copywriting and everything,
Yeah,
but internationally.
Yeah.
And now, hundreds of years later, it's still around. Now Haiti's part of it.
Yeah.
Haiti. You know? Isn't that awesome? We're getting
Yes,
along.
yeah.
This is amazing. 1999, American comedian Jon Stewart succeeded Craig Kilborn as host of late-night talk and satirical news program, The Daily Show, on Comedy Central in the U.S. Man, I love that show. And he was then later succeeded by, some failed comedian.
I never even heard of the guy that he replaced.
Neither had I, but like everything like he said, like he attacked white people since show one. Like I counted, like the first episode he hosted, he attacked white people like 12 times. And I'm like, what is this crap? Hey, this ain't funny. This is evil.
Yeah.
You know. He's just some nobody. 2003, Illinois Governor George Ryan commuted the death sentences of 167 prisoners on Illinois death row based on the John Burge scandal. Wonder what that was all about.
Don't know.
No. 2004, 4th and 26, trailing Green Bay Packers by 3 in NFC divisional playoff game. Philadelphia Eagles faced 4th and 26 on their final drive. Donovan McNabb hit Freddie Mitchell for 29 yards. Eagles tie the game and go on to win in overtime.
Oh, man.
Talk about a comeback.
Yeah.
2009, John Duprez in Eric Idle's musical Spamalot, based on the film Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and starring Tim Curry and Davis Hyde Pierce, closed at the Schubert Theater, New York City, after 1,575 performances
Wow.
and 3 Tony Award wins. Damn. 2010, Simon Cowell left American Idol. You know, that's kind of pretty big. He was the show, you know.
I don't know who he is.
You remember American Idol?
Yeah.
Idol? Remember that asshole who always like gave everybody shit and always said,
I don't
"Oh, you're
remember
bad."
which one's which. I haven't watched it that often.
Which one's which? They're all assholes. I couldn't tell which asshole part. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that asshole.
He kind of started the whole thing. didn't
Yeah, that's
he?
what I said. Like he's so that's why it's a big deal and why it's in the show.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't give a tinker's damn about American Idol, but I mean, I got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
It's culturally significant, and this caused a disturbance in the force. So, 2013, 1 French soldier and 17 militants were killed in a failed attempt to free a French hostage in Boulogne, Somalia.
Somalia.
Yeah, and now they're running daycares. So many daycares that are just devoid of students magically somehow. 2014, pianist Mehmet Impresser, at the age of 90, made his Berlin Philharmonic debut as soloist in Mozart's 17th Piano Concerto. He had fled Nazi prosecution in Germany as a teenager.
Wow.
Could you imagine coming back to Berlin after that?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no, you wouldn't see my ass there. Let's see here. Moving on up to 2018, in China's first significant Me Too movement, Beihang University from Beijing fired a professor for sexual misconduct. Now, you know, what's really interesting is, you know, like, what is this, you know, this symbol right here?
What does it look like?
It's the pound sign.
Okay.
Pound Me Too? Really? The whole, you know, it's just so ironic for the entire reason of the movement. So
I don't get it though.
it was an anti-struggle snuggle movement.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, me too. Like, like I was abused by my boss. I was abused by my husband. I was abused by whatever.
Yeah.
So hashtag me too. That was the whole
Yeah.
thing of the movement. And I'm not sure if they were aware of it or not, but the whole thing, it's like they said hashtag, because that's what you did on Twitter or whatever. For whatever reason, that was a mechanic used for like some kind of links, something to do with online, how it works. I don't know. The internet is a series of tubes, as it once was said, and I don't know anything about it, but I just find it hilarious that they used the pound sign.
Me too.
Yeah, it's just, guys, come on, use your brain, please, really. 2018, U.S. President Donald Trump caused worldwide controversy when it was reported he called African countries shitholes during immigration meeting. Well, I mean, he wasn't lying. I mean, I don't want to crap on their country. But look around. You don't like me saying it.
A lot of them are impoverished. That's for sure.
Like, I'm not sitting here saying it because I hate your country. I'm sitting here saying it so you can unfuck yourself and strive to be better. You don't want to be called a shithole, then don't be a shithole. Simple. I don't know why that's such a difficult concept. 2018, YouTube issued sanctions against vlogger Logan Paul after he posted footage of a self-deletion victim's body in Japan in December. In Japan they have the forest where people go to off themselves. Well, he and YouTubers, like, content creators, unfortunately, people of whom I am associated with just in the industry, a lot of them are just scumbag pieces of crap. Logan Paul is the...
No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, he went into the self-deletion forest.
Oh, okay.
And they found someone deceased hanging from the tree, and they recorded him, like, laughing with it in the background and screwing around with it. Yeah, it was awful. That's
horrible.
Yeah. 2020, Diego, the giant 100-year-old tortoise, retired to the Galapagos Islands after his high libido was credited with saving his species. Godspeed, soldier. The manliest turtle.
He had a good time.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. What else do we got here? In 2021, U.S. House Democrats introduced one article of impeachment against President Donald Trump for, quote, incitement of insurrection, end quote, despite him having offered National Guard assistance and telling his supporters to be civil, all the while federal agents disguised as conservatives perpetuated acts of terror. Oh. Babbitt, right? Got murdered? Yeah.
Yeah.
Never forget Babbitt. Never forget her. Victim. True victim. 2022, Quebec announced it will impose a healthcare tax on unvaccinated adults who are accounting to 50% of ICU cases. Scrap February 2022, thank God. But, fascist, evil, dictatorship Canada, they can't afford a concrete ramp for a veteran who is disabled because of her actions. I think she was disabled because of her actions in combat. They couldn't afford her a bloody ramp to get into her house, but they suggested medically assisted self-deletion. Are you kidding me? Up yours, Canada. 2022, WHO warned more than half of Europe could catch the Kung Flu within weeks, warning of a west-to-east tidal wave, despite it originating from China, which is in the east. Like, what the hell is this west-to-east tidal wave? What are you talking about?
I guess it's the direction it spread.
Well, wouldn't it come from friggin' east? That's where...
He said despite instead of being started in the east.
I don't know. 2024, death toll from Zambia's cholera outbreak reached 300 as the president urged people to move away from dense urban areas. That's a good decision. 2024, a huge ancient city discovered in the Amazon in Yupano area of eastern Ecuador, capable of supporting 10,000 people with sophisticated roads and canals. And I gotta show this to you. The images, I couldn't have put them in a click. Thank you. I couldn't have put them in the thumbnail, but I just want to show these to you. Look, it's a mountainside.
Wow.
Open image in new tab. There we go.
Huh.
Senge Archaeological Site Epicenter, but it's a whole mountainside. Look at all this. These are all structures and stuff, and they're digging, and here's something.
Yeah.
We saw this at the La Brea Tar Pits, how they they
Yeah.
grid sections off
Yeah.
and everything. But here's some kind of mound, and this appears like look like there's drawings on the entire mountainside or hillside.
Look at that in the corner.
Yeah, it's a mouth or something, some kind of cave or
Yeah.
something there. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, what else do we got here? 2024, largest dam removal in U.S. history entered crucial phase as reservoir and Iron Gate Dam lowered in Kalamazoo River through California and Oregon. What a stupid, they're just making it so much harder and harder to have water out here. Meanwhile, Nestle basically gets water for free, balls it up and sells it for a profit out of state. So, 2024, more than 300 people have died in flooding caused by the highest levels of River Congo in 60 years, especially in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo. 2024 new study found largest great ape, Gigantopithecus blacki, at 10 feet 3 meters from southern China. Went extinct because of climate change between 215,000 and 295,000 years ago. Let's take a look at this thing.
I don't know about the climate change part.
Yeah, well, climate's always changing. And
10 feet, though. That's a biggie.
yeah, it looks like, look at this. How'd you like to run into that in a dark alleyway? Hell no. No. And it looks like we have just a few more here. 2024 as well, rare copy of Mint's first issue of The Amazing Spider-Man sold for $1.38 million, and Superman 1 went for $2.34 million at auction.
Wow.
Well, the Superman 1 makes sense. Spider-Man, is pretty popular and everything. But man, can you imagine, just buying a comic book as a kid, and for whatever reason, like, keeping it nice and pristine.
No, never opening it.
Yeah.
Sealing it off, yeah.
2024, South Africa began its case accusing Israel of genocidal acts against Palestinians in Gaza and violating the 1948 Genocide Convention at the International Court of Justice in The Hague. And let's not forget, now, I'm not saying this is true or not, but just, as I always say, do not take me as a source of information. If anything, use me as a springboard to fulfill your own self-education. But I believe Benjamin Netanyahu used the Holocaust as justification to do what they're doing over in Palestine. It's awful over there. Both sides suck. I'm not defending one side or the other. They both suck, but the world needs to realize this. They gotta stop coming to bat for one. 2024, the U.S. and UK launched multiple airstrikes against Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen in retaliation for attacks on vessels in the Red Sea. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for anything that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. And actually, let me bring up my script here really quick because there's an awesome thing I want to read here. So much history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion. Check our sources for more. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness and a yearning to see outside of what you think you know, to grow and to find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those who see their opinions differently from your own and find a better way to be better than one another. So, for your dose of past events, we stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, or at least try to get a show out at some point. 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please check the underbar. For all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, thank you once again for joining us. I'm just going to double check to see if there's any comments. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. And until you catch us next time, whatever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! There's a thing. There's